We kept talking about building the men, winning, wanting to win a championship. It kept building, winning, building, pursuing, building, and building men, building championships. And all of a sudden, it began to just evolve. And it said, boom, came out one day, building champions while pursuing championships.
That's the Azusa Pacific football tagline, coined by head coach Victor Santa Cruz, a phrase he says captures the ethos of the Cougars program. It's a mission he's been after since joining the staff as an offensive coordinator in 2001, before eventually taking the helm of the program in 2006. He led the transition from NAIA to NCAA Division II, turning an 0-7 start to the 2012 season into back-to-back GNAC conference titles, a national ranking, and a 30-7 record since. And it all comes back to that tagline.
He's got his fingerprints all over our football program, really from the top down from our university, because he does a great job of reflecting also the mission statement of the university as well, putting God first. And so the trickle down naturally happens into the assistant coaches, the coordinators, the assistant coaches, and the players. He's done a remarkable job of making it a very family setting. And like anybody that's gone away to school or gone away to college or traveled for a long period of time, you always have a desire to kind of go home. And he's made this football program the surrogate home for a lot of these young men.
It's become so much of a home for some over the years that a handful of Santa Cruz's former players have returned as coaches, including running backs coach Ben Bies.
Yeah, it flips the paradigm of what football is, from what can you do for me, how are you going to advance my career, especially in the college game, how are you going to make this team win, to how are we going to prepare you to be the best person that you can be and perform at your best. And that's always been the focus of Coach Santa Cruz's coaching philosophy, and how he teaches us to coach and how he rallies us is, how are you going to get the best out of who you have? Not just get them perform, whip them into shape, do this, do that, but how are you going to get the best out of them so that in turn they can be the best for the rest of their life? And that's always been the goal of what we've done here, and what he's spearheaded into making this program be, even from when I was a player under a different head coach to what he does now. I can see he's much more intentional about making sure that the life lessons of football are translated.
The evolution has been so impactful, it's extended to his staff.
That's the greatest attribute of his character, is that he's got people to buy in to what is really the truth, and to work for it, and to give for it, and to buy into it. So I think that's a huge factor, that everyone speaks the same language and cares about the same thing, and truly believes in it, not just says it. I mean, I could sit in a home with a family and sell a kid because we're going to develop you, but when I believe that in the core of who I am, that's what we do, and that's what we strive for, because of leadership that's been set. I think it becomes a lot more than just words. It becomes conviction, it becomes action, it becomes what you do.
He's been a very strong leader for us, someone definitely that you can look up to. It's great seeing his family around and his kids around, so you kind of see that father aspect of him. And just another person to look up to. I think he's been a great example as a person, as a coach, for all his players to look up to.
It's not about you as an individual, it's about this one blood football team. All right, give everything you got. You're a bunch of warrior men. Play like it tonight. All right, here we go. Grab a hand.